Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Alex from Wholesale Freedom coming at you with another video on how to virtually drive for dollars using the Deal Machine app. So it's very simple. I hope to get through this video very quickly and to answer any questions you guys may have about the system, how it works, and just kind of how much you can use it to your potential, or to its potential rather. So as always, be sure to subscribe down below, click that notification bell so you can get all my updates on my newest videos, and then also give us a thumbs up. It does help the channel and helps us spread the word to other wholesalers so that we can help everybody out. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So in order to do this, you're going to have to download the Deal Machine Chrome extension. So you're going to need Google Chrome for this. And if you type in this address here, and I put this down in the description for you to check out, it tells you kind of like how to use it. Kind of the basics of it once you have your account set up. And it's very simple, super simple, but just to give you guys an overview of how cool this tool is. I've been playing with it, cold calling people like crazy, and it's a lot of fun. It's very accurate, especially the skip tracing feature, and if you don't want to skip trace them and cold call them, you can send a postcard very easily. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. I got the link in the download link in the description for the app. And if you use my link, you get 15 free deal credits, which is 15 postcards, or you can get you can use that for skip tracing. So I pay 17 cents per skip trace. So if I use $15, I mean that's almost 100 properties that I can skip trace. So the world is yours. The lowest plan is like 50 bucks a month, and man, it's super worth it for anybody getting started, or they just want to get some deals in the next 30 days. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So right here, let's go to Google Maps, and I just typed in Atlanta, Georgia. It's not my market, and I just want to show you kind of, if you're in Atlanta or wherever you're at, how easy this is. So Atlanta, Georgia, and then we're going to go down here. Let's just zoom in a little bit to some streets, some neighborhoods, and let's say right here next to this park. We're going to drag this little dude down here, and we're going to drag them to these blue lines. So these blue lines are all Google Street Views, and we're going to go drop them here. So it brings us to this street here. It looks like Burns Drive. And what we're going to do is get out of this area, and we want to look down here at the bottom where it says image capture. So this was March of this year. So this is a very good a recent picture of the properties. And that's why this is extremely powerful, because I don't even have to get out of my chair. I live in Maryland, so if I'm driving for dollars in Georgia, I can have my VA do this, or I can have a coworker do this, or somebody, an employee, whatever it may be. And it's very, very fun in my opinion. So this one right here is actually one I would probably hit up. It doesn't look like the best property, so just get a better view of it. That's pretty recent. It's got some wood paint peeling here. The roof doesn't look too bad, but it kind of looks ugly. It's outdated, so let's see if we can't find it. So we're going to use this Google Chrome extension up here for the Deal Machine. We're going to click it. It tells you recently added, so I did another one and just to test it out in Atlanta. But you can see it brings up all the properties that I'm looking at. So even though this may or may not be the property, we got to verify and just check the house number. So what I like to do is just go up here, zoom in, 1557. So we're going to look for 1557. Right there it is, absentee owner. So this would be a good lead in my opinion. So what we do is click on the photo, and boom, it's already been added to our CRM. And Deal Machine has a CR, Customer Resource Manager, built inside of it, so you can manage all your leads without having to have a CRM. If you guys want a really good one that I use that manages thousands of leads at a time, automatic follow-up, you can check out Podio Investor Fuse. The link's down below. But for right now, we're talking about Deal Machine. It has its own CRM built in, and you can check everything out in your own account there. So let me go ahead and scroll to that. Alright, so once we're in the Deal Machine app, kind of interface for the desktop, we can go over here to leads, and we can see the ones that we recently added from Georgia here, and that they're pending approval. So what that means is we need to go in and view the lead. We can get the extension that allows you to pull the Street View automatically, or you can take a picture from Google Street View yourself. It takes a little bit of time, but you can get the extension to automatically pull the Street View and it's like 20 bucks extra a month, but it's completely worth it. I just click get from Street View, and it automatically pulls that image for me. So if I wanted to send a postcard, I can go ahead and do that, or if I wanted to go ahead and skip trace this owner, I can go ahead and click that. So let me just show you one from my market so I don't waste any money on this or somebody doesn't get a phone call. But skip trace owner, I just click this button here and it does its thing for about 5-10 seconds, and it was able to find 2 phone numbers and 1 email. So what I would do is I would call each one of those, and let's say for example this phone number was bad, we can go ahead and click on this and it says mark as bad. I just click yes and it'll cross it out, so that way I know, hey, this is a bad phone number. So once you go ahead and call these people up, hopefully one of them is the right number. I'd say 7 out of 10 times it's a right number. If it's not, then you can go ahead and send the postcard, but you can go over here and update this status. You can put it in with marketing, which will start sending the postcards, or if you got a hold of them and they're not interested, click that. Or if you want to do a follow-up because maybe they weren't interested right now, you can even set that as that if you want to. You can build lists, so like let's say you have a follow-up list, or you have a skip trace list where you want to just put them all into a list, export that list, maybe put it into Mojo, so that way you can do a triple line dialer. I mean, the world is yours with this program, guys, and I think this is an extremely powerful tool. That's why I love Deal Machine. Deal Machine's constantly improving their systems, constantly making it better, and I think it's just a no-brainer at this point. So again, if you haven't downloaded it, download it down below in my description. You can also use promo code WTF for Wholesale Freedom, and it's very easy to remember. So Wholesale Freedom, you get those 15 free dollars and free deal credits for your account. So let's just do one more just to show you guys. So if I want to drive down here, down the road a little bit, and I mean I could get lost doing this for hours because it's so much fun. This is a perfect example right here. So let's go back. You can see the boarded up house. Just like it just looks completely ugly. We got the house number there, so let's go ahead and click the extension, and right there it is. So this is a company that owns it, which is a good example. I'm glad this popped up. So we can even go into our Deal Machine CRM again and refresh the page so we can get that new lead in there. And it can even, Deal Machine can even skip trace corporate owned properties and corporate owners. And I've had success with it, so they can find phone numbers of the corporate people, the businesses. And I think that's really cool because my first deal that I ever did was from a business. It was an LLC and it was $65,000. So for those who say do not ever market to investors, I say they're full of crap, because you can still make money from them. A lot of them don't even know what they're doing. So might as well give it a try, right? So if property, let's just look at the lead. So this was recently sold, so maybe they're in the process of updating it. But I mean, that's a lot of time between September and March, and it still looks like that. So maybe they bought it and ran out of money. You never know. So that's why it'd be good to call them. And it's just, I have a lot of fun with this, just virtually driving for dollars. It's really cool. I mean, you can see in this neighborhood, maybe some of these houses are a lot nicer than others. And then beside it, as always, you'll find like a property that needs work. So like this one here, it may not look like one right off the bat, but it looks like there's some damage there. And maybe it just needs, oh, this one looks like somebody's already renovating it. So this might be something to look into, but this would be also a good cash buyer potentially. And you can skip trace the cash buyers on here to sell your deal. So if this person did buy it and you got one right around the corner, you could sell to him for easy money. I mean, the usability of this tool is endless. You can use it to find cash buyers, you can use it to find leads. And if you want to do that next 30 days for like 16, 17 cents a skip trace, I don't know what it is for the $50 account. I got the next level up, so it's only 17 cents per skip trace. But I would imagine it's still very cheap. I mean, just go bananas with this. Have a budget of $50 to $100 a month, and you got $50 extra a month to just virtually drive for dollars. I'm telling you, you all will get a deal. if you do it this way. I can almost guarantee you that. So I hope you found value out of this video. I mean, it's just such a great tool. Alright y'all, so there's one thing I forgot to mention there in the video while I was doing it, is you can actually see the information here that's very important to us. Kind of like its assessed value. Sometimes you'll have the sale price, when it was sold, how much equity they have. Sometimes you can even see the loan amount. The deal machine will tell you that depending on the state and how much of the information is public. So this one was sold in the last one we added in 2019. So I think I kind of mentioned that, but if it was sold in the last 5 years, chances are they're not going to be as motivated as somebody who's owning it. However, if the property still looks like that even after 5 years, it would be worth a call in my opinion. But if you see that it was sold, it looks like it's complete junk, and it was sold in the last 6 months to even the last 3 months, and maybe the owner is an LLC or something like that, that would be a good cash buyer potentially, because maybe they're renovating it. Or maybe it's an owner that bought it FHA 203K loan. For those who don't know, it's a rehab loan for those who want to get a first-time home buying experience and renovate their property. And it could be a wide array of things. But the moral of the story is you'll never know unless if you never try, you'll never know. So if you want to go ahead and call them anyway, see if there's an opportunity there. But chances are, if they bought it for the price that it's worth, it's probably not going to be a good deal. But go through it and see if you can't work something out of it, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in that area that's normal, and maybe the assessed value is way lower than what it actually is. So this is just the assessed value there. I wanted to add that in there at the end. That way you guys could kind of see from that and understand what information it gives you. So easy to use. It took me like 5 minutes to learn this. You can have a VA do it for you automatically. You can have your little brother, little sister, wife, whatever, do it for you while you're talking to other sellers. I mean, the world is yours. So do what you want, do what you will, and go out and have fun. So if you have any questions, write them down in the comments below. If you've gotten a deal or have gotten any kind of traction from any advice that I've given you or anything like that, send me a message, write it down in the comments below. I've been getting a lot of feedback. People are getting, tremendous results from my videos. So I love to hear that stuff. It helps me put out more videos. And give me that thumbs up if you find any value out of this. So as always, take care, do your hair, and I'll see you in the next one.